Hey, my fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, this is Barry Dean with the Association of Catholic Coaches and Athletes. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the weekly spiritual workout. The format is as follows. You will see the upcoming Sunday readings first, with the meditation for the Word Among Us in print. Then you'll see a priest with a 2.5 minute or less video reflecting on the upcoming Sunday readings with an athletic message in it. Then you'll see a 2.5 minute video or less of a coach or athlete giving a testimonial on a part of the faith that really inspires them. And then in print, you will see a "Where is it in the Bible" section with a catechism reference if it applies. My recommendation to use this, if you're a coach or athlete at a school, to get a group of you together. I know it's uncommon for us Catholics sometimes to get together with faith stuff, but to read the readings, someone read the readings and the meditation. It's a great conversation starter. You don't need a master's degree to understand it and start a great conversation. And then watch the two videos to better prepare us for Mass and inspire us by the coach or athlete's testimonial. Then read out loud the "Where is in the Bible" section. And I urge you to do this at night, sometime during the week with your families on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday night. The same when you're at your school on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday morning, to get everybody together. And then, of course, if you're an individual, just obviously benefit yourself by doing it. If you like this, copy and paste it and text it to your friends. If I can help you, assist you in any way, and or put you on my mass text and email list, text me at 334-676-0434, and I'll add you to my list. I'll give you a call if you need to talk to me. Hey, God bless you on your faith journey, and I'm here to help any way I can.
One of my favorite things about seeing athletes win a championship is just the emotion that they express after they win the title. And part of the reason they show so much emotion, what comes to mind immediately is Kevin Garnett when he won the championship with the Celtics in 2008, is because they're very aware of all of the hard work that had to go in to win that title. And most of them recall the very early mornings where they get to the gym and they put in blood, sweat, and tears where nobody sees. And all that hard work that nobody sees is what allows them to perform well when the lights are the brightest. And the reason I share this with you is because as athletes who are competing and want to be at the top of our game, we can all relate to this. But I think this has a very important lesson in the spiritual life as well, because all of us want to deep down have a strong relationship with God, want to climb the highest mountain with Him, to be united with Him, to see Him face to face. But much like in our sport, in order for us to have this communion with God, we sort of have to put in the work when no one is watching, when the lights aren't on, so to speak. We see in our first reading that Elijah hears the voice of the Lord, not in the loud thunder and the flash of lightning or the fire, but in the silent whisper. That is where he encounters God. And the same is true for us, is it not? We need to give ourselves silence in the spiritual life. We need to carve out time. We need to prioritize it just like we do our practice, where we can hear the voice of the Lord, because this allows us to commune with Him. And then finally, I'll just end with this. When we have silence, it allows us to recognize that Christ is nowhere more present when He is in the host, the Eucharistic host at every single Mass. And there's no limelight to this. But if we give ourselves silence, we too, like Elijah, can hear His sweet voice in the whisper and recognize His abiding presence in the Eucharist. And so that is our goal. And this will allow us to shine when the lights are the brightest.
I'd like to talk a little bit today about adoration and the impact and the influence it's had on me. You know, being in the coaching field for me was kind of a go-go, kind of always in the storm, I guess. And adoration, when I discovered the benefit it was to how I was able to incorporate that into coaching, it was phenomenal. It was the calm in my storm, and got to go in and sit down with the Lord and actually just visit with Him, or listen, or try to listen, but try to take everything and just settle everything down and put everything in His hands. And coaching for me was like I said, it was a struggle to find peace in that and find comfort in that. The competitiveness of me kept me kind of maybe from realizing the Lord's in charge of everything. But when I got grounded in adoration, actually sat down and had the opportunity to let the Lord control things in my life, made things a lot simpler. Kind of funny story. Our church is real close to the ballpark, and I got removed from the game, I guess, for raising my voice too much, and didn't have any place to go because at the time there was no real spot to see the game, and I started walking, and I ended up in Adoration Chapel with my uni on. So that was 15 years ago, and I've been going all the time. But I think everyone would benefit to getting into the Adoration Chapel, even at Mass. When I'm kind of looking around, see a friend walk in, or I get a distraction here or there. Adoration Chapel at times, especially when it's my hour and there's nobody else in there, it's an amazing way to build a relationship with the Lord. And I'm so thankful that our church has perpetual adoration where we can go anytime we want. And I would just encourage anybody that thinks that life speeds up on you once in a while to take it right to the Lord. He's waiting for us.
Cause when the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come